Jay, so after President Biden announced that he was no longer seeking re-election, he, of course, gave his nod to Vice President Kamala Harris to be the next on the Democratic ticket. So, one, we have not really heard from her, so I'd like to know kind of what you think is going through her mind. Who do you think she would choose as a running mate, especially within the last 24 hours? She's raised something like 40 something $million. So, how do you think that's going to contribute to her campaign's success going forward?
So it's like 3 or 4 questions in there. You know,
Yeah.
so what do I think about the endorsement?
Yes.
Is that okay? So the endorsement, I think is the obvious choice, and I think it would have been a dumb endorsement. I mean, for them, that's who you pick to be your vice president. That means picking a vice president, saying that this is who you will want to be here if something happens to me. Of course, among other things, but ultimately, if something happens to you, this person automatically becomes president if you're president. So if he said that, then that just said a whole bunch of stuff. You know what I mean? But I think he does believe in her. I think that the other people who have already came out and publicly endorsed her, they're smart. You know, she's right there. They don't have time to try to build somebody up who nobody's been talking about for the last couple years, and now you come out of nowhere and just bring somebody in there. I mean, Bernie Sanders ain't ain't trying to do it. Hillary Clinton is not trying to do it. So it's not no real individuals coming out of the Democratic Party that's in position, but her. And going to the next one, she raised a bunch of money already. Of course, that's good. I mean, she raised more money than Biden did. Well, not more than he did because he had all his time, but he's never raised that amount of money in that short period of time. I think that's going to help because he was starting to lose endorsements and lose financing from some big campaign contributors. So I think she's going to reinvigorate that portion of the campaign. She's going to have new people who was on the fence about Biden, not going to be on the fence about her. Definitely when you start to talk about women, minority women, more black people, period. So a lot of that's going to just come into play with her. I think that she has a shot. It's going to be tough. I think wire to wire from last year to now, she would have probably been able to have a good shot at beating Trump, real good shot. But she still has a shot, if everybody step up and do what they need to do. As far as running mates is concerned, of course, top of the ticket probably would be Gavin Newsom, but I think that would be a real bad decision on her behalf. People in California, which is the biggest state, one of them in Texas, are not liking him. You know what I mean? And I think she probably fuck around lose California if she picked Gavin Newsom. Buttigieg is cool. I don't know if he got the fight that she need. I think she need to be looking at the guy from Pennsylvania. That's a big state and it's a big battleground state. I like the lady from Michigan, but I don't like an all-woman ticket because I think that I don't want it to be pit all men against all women and it just be that bullcrap narrative on the news every morning. That would probably help tear this country apart. It's already enough a black person going against a white person. That's enough to tear somebody apart, tear the thing apart. But then the all women against all men, oh Lord, that's gonna be a whole nother thing. If she's the best person for the job and she feels that way, I support it. I'm just saying, I just hope, because the idiots are not gonna look at that. The idiots are only gonna focus on is white men against women. And then that's gonna take over the narrative more so than people's whether or not their skill set is good for them to be president or vice president or their qualifications. So I don't want that narrative. I don't want to wake up and watch that on the news every day. I don't want to hear polls about it. I mean, because these are really intelligent individuals and they be wasting their time on the dumbest shit. And we got to watch this garbage. We don't have to, but we want to be informed. A lot of people don't use their deductive reasoning or common sense to try to look past the BS. That's all they think about. And I just hope I don't have to, wake up in the morning and just be paying attention to that every morning. I would rather it, take some of that off, but I look forward to whomever she decides. But just please don't pick Gavin Newsom. Buttigieg could be good. I don't know. I mean, but don't get Newsom. Because you get Newsom, it's going to be a landslide. You're going to see a lot of the people that you think supposed to be rolling with you are going to go to another side because he is not doing a good job in the state of California. He is not. And if what he's done in California is going to be indicative of what he's going to be doing in your ear as a vice president, we don't want that. We don't want that.